Is it possible that there are people that are stressed and that are living anxiety right now in this market? Buying or selling, is it causing stress? I'll give you details and I'll comfort you in 2 little seconds. Hi everybody, Rock St-Jacques, Remax Direct, Rock St-Jacques Realty Team, and it's a real pleasure to talk to you again today. As you can see, I decided to do my podcast today on the side of the Bigelow Lake in Notre-Dame-du-Lot. We got a cottage here that we have for sale, 151 Chemin des Érables. I'll put the link in my video if you want to look at it. And I got somebody here that's going to go do a little ride on his four-wheeler. Let's see if this is going to be disturbing for us. I'll wait a few seconds, see if he's going to go away. And if the sound's going to go away, because I know these little earphones are amplifying the sound for you guys. And I want this to be a good experience for you guys because it is an important podcast that I will share with you. Let's see what is going on with this gentleman. Now he's moving forward. And he's probably going out of sight. I think he needs to change his muffler. All right, this is understandable now. So, like I was saying, there's 2 points I want to cover with you guys. The buyers and the sellers. Both of these people are living anxiety. I think this will be too strong, eh? So should we take take 2 on this? Okay, I think this is good. So for the sellers, first thing I want to reassure you, if your house is on the market, it is possible that it's going to take a bit longer than we lived in the last 2 years. People are used to it being 2-3 weeks, a couple of days, and bingo, it's over. But now it can be a bit longer. And I want to share with you that before 2019, when we were in the normal market, a house would take 3 to 6 months to sell, which would be a normal time. Right now, sellers are getting anxious because we're in the first month in and we're not getting all the activity we were having. Nobody can predict what's going to be happening next. What we can do though is make sure that the price is right, the house is well done, the pictures are nice, we're getting hits on the web, we're getting hits and visits, and we're getting feedbacks from the realtors. Once we have all that, we can compile the information and readjust the line of traveling with the house, like a plane would do, right? So as long as your price is right, you got the good realtor team, you feel comfortable with the team that's taking care of you, your house will sell. We only have 2 months inventory, which means we're still in a seller's market, and it doesn't seem like it's going to change short term. Is it going to change by spring or next summer? Hard to define. But right now, the market is good. Be patient. Have discussions with your realtor team. Us, every week, we look at our listings. We talk about it. We readjust if we have to. We give a call to our seller, and we keep in touch. That's the way we reassure people. And that's what's important to have happen. Next thing I want to cover is for buyers. Buyers, they're like in a situation where members of the family is saying, why don't you wait a bit? The prices are going to go down. That is not happening. When you see what's happening in the medias and the papers, it's because they are taking what happened in February, March, and April, and I already went through this in a podcast, saying that was the peak of the prices. We are right now 15% less than the prices that were in February, March, and April. Who knows what's going to happen in a year? What's important today is that for a buyer, you have more time to look at houses. I even went and looked at house twice with a potential buyer this week. We were even able to bring a professional, a general contractor, to help for her to feel more comfortable with the things she saw that might be iffy. Now she was reassured. We're making a promise to purchase and we're going to be presenting it tonight. And there's 4 offers on that house. So you see, the market is still good. But for purchasers, you still have time. Now, the other thing that's stressing is interest rates. People are talking about interest rates. Obviously, we spoke about that in another podcast. The government wants to slow down the demand for houses and wants to take care of inflation. So the way to do that is to increase the interest rates. I got my little brown book here. You know, I've told you I've been doing this since '87. In '87, we didn't have computers, we didn't have Blackberries, we didn't have iPhones, we didn't have all of that. we do all our calculation by hand. So we took the book that gave us numbers of factor by the 1,000. So you take the interest rate and you multiply it by 1,000. If you're buying $100,000 home, well, you multiply it by 100. That'll give you your interest, your monthly payment. This book starts at 4.5 for the interest rate. There's no 1, there's no 2, there's no 3. And all these low interest rates just happened in the last decade or so. And my partner, Francois, did the exercise. And he confirms the theory. For the last 40 years, the average interest rate was 7.5. So what's the stress? The important thing is you go see somebody that will pre-qualify you, pre-approve. That means you're going to give him your papers, you're going to give him your statements, you're going to give him your paycheck, and he's going to qualify you with real numbers, and he will secure an interest rate for you for 6 months. If you're close to the end of that, interest rates are going up again. Get a new qualification. Do the legwork. But right now, for buyers, it has never been so interesting to look at houses since 2 years. You have more time and there's less purchasers per house. So what I recommend to you is take an appointment right now with myself or a member of my team, a real professional of real estate, and it'll be a pleasure for us to give you the information, to secure you, to comfort you in the nicest purchase of your life. And I invite you to share the video, like the video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Équipe Rock St-Jacques, and it'll be a pleasure to stay in touch with you. And remember, it's a real pleasure to serve you. And I will finish off by looking at the